Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sarah Baartman, a South African woman whose life was entangled with much hardship and exploitation. A painful story, but necessary to tell. Said to have been Sehura originally, Sarah was born adjacent to the Gamtoos River, Xhosa Kingdom, now Eastern Cape, South Africa. Born to a Kwa, Kwe and Xhosa family, a Dutch Cape colony in 1789. Sadly, Sarah was an infant when her mother passed, and soon after her father was killed whilst travelling with his cattle. She went through puberty rites, meaning cultural ceremonies, marking a person's transition from childhood to adulthood. As a teenager, she got married to a Kwa Khan man, and she fell pregnant. But unfortunately, that child died after Sarah gave birth. When Sarah was just 16, her husband was murdered by Dutch colonists, possibly because of tensions that came from land disputes and resistance to colonial intrusion. Not long after this brutal event, Sarah was sold into slavery to a trader man called Peter William Caesar. Peter transported her to Cape Town, and she became a domestic slave to his brother named Hendrik. She became a wet nurse, meaning she became a woman who engaged to breastfeed someone else's baby. Sarah's appearance, that pertained to her large buttocks, was deemed to be absolutely abnormal by European standards. It was simply the natural physique of some African ethnic groups. When Sarah was in her early 20s, she crossed paths with Alexander Dunlop, who was a Scottish physician. Alexander and Hendrik made the decision to use Sarah's body to make money. Sarah could not read, but she signed a contract that Alexander wrote that required Sarah to trek to England and Ireland, and marked her on the contract as an indentured servant. An indentured servant was an individual who agreed to work for around 4 to 7 years in exchange for food, shelter, and other basic essentials. And when that contract ended, the person was free